Hello everybody, my name is Natalia Leigh and I'm the author of the young adult novels Highborn and Way of Spears, and today we are going to be chatting all about critique partners. Let's get started. So the first question I want to tackle is, what is a critique partner? A critique partner is a fellow writer who helps make your work the best that it can be. Because your critique partner is a writer, they're going to go over your work with much more scrutiny than a beta reader would. A beta reader is reading your work in search of entertainment, while a critique partner is looking for plot holes, character inconsistencies, and other technical aspects of the storytelling process. The second question is, how does it work? So this is going to depend on you and your critique partner. You might want to exchange 1 chapter a day, 5 chapters a week, or maybe one large chunk of your story every month. This is all going to depend on how much time you have, how fast you work, and what your deadline is. Now keep in mind that your critique partner may be working on their own novel or short story at the same time that they're helping you with yours, so don't go into this partnership thinking that you will just be getting feedback on your work. You also need to be willing to put time and effort into looking over your critique partner's work as well. When I was looking for critique partners for Way of Spears, I specifically went out looking for writers that were in the same point in their editing process for their novels as I was, so that we could have a mutually beneficial critique partner relationship. It's not that I was handing out my novel and my critique partners were only giving me feedback. I would give them 5 chapters of my book and then they would give me 5 chapters of their book. So I feel like this was a really good way to work it, because after you give your critique partner your chapters, you're really looking forward to getting their feedback. And in all that antsy time that I was waiting to hear back from them, I was able to work on their chapters and make all of my notes and edits, which I really enjoy doing. So it ended up working out really well for us. So after your critique partner receives your chapter or chapters, they will read it and make extensive notes. These notes are meant to help you and be beneficial while you are going through the editing process. After making all their notes, they're going to return your document to you. You can use Word or Google Docs like I used, or if you prefer face-to-face interaction, you can do the whole paper and red pen thing. The next question is, where do I find a critique partner? Now, there are many different places where you can find somebody that is going to be able to help you with your writing. But first ask yourself, do you want somebody that you can sit down with in person, or would you prefer online correspondence? If you would prefer face-to-face interaction, you can seek out your peers in your creative writing shop. You can take writing workshops at your local community college or local library, or maybe you even want to post an ad somewhere. I have actually seen ads for critique partners in coffee shops, and what I have seen, I've never tried this, but I have seen the whole thing where you like cut up the bottom of the paper so you leave just your name and your number on it, and then if somebody's interested in working with you and working with your writing, they can just give you a call. Now, personally, I have a bit of social anxiety, so I definitely do not want to go out and meet a stranger and sit down with them and let them read my writing, so I prefer online correspondence. And believe me when I say that meeting somebody online is so much easier because there are so many people to choose from. You can connect through forums, writing websites, or sites hosted specifically for making critique partner connections. I'm going to leave a bunch of links down below as to where you can find these websites and make your own critique partner connections. If you're interested in learning more about critique partners, you can check back in on my channel next week when I will be doing a video about how to be the best critique partner you can be. Alright, now before I go, I would like to answer a question that I received on Twitter this morning. Okay, this is a fantastic question, and it is, how do I learn from other cultures to incorporate that into my novel without needing to be in that country? Where is a good place to start? Now, I spent some time thinking about this because my past 2 novels, Way of Spears and Highborn, were based in alternative cultures, but they were fantasy cultures. So I didn't feel like I had to be very true to any one people. But if you are looking to write about another culture, I definitely highly recommend that you do your research because you want to portray that culture in a very truthful light. If you are not able to go to that country, which would actually be my #1 tip, because immersing yourself in a culture is always the best way to learn about it, But if you're not able to do that, then I would recommend trying to reach out to somebody that lives in that culture. Of course, you can always look on the internet or try to watch movies, but I think our media can become skewed and you won't know the true story of that culture. But if you're able to find somebody online that's living in the culture that you want to write about, then as long as they're okay with it, you can open up a correspondence and ask them as many questions as you have. Ask them about their dining experiences, because food is an incredibly important part of every single culture across the board. Ask them about their music and their dance. Ask them about the education in the culture where they're living. Pretty much ask them everything you can think of and everything that's going to play a major role in your novel, so that you know that when you are writing this story, you are being truthful to the people that you are writing it about. Because if you do end up taking liberty with the facts and kind of twisting them to suit your purpose, it could certainly be offensive to the culture you are writing about. So thank you so much for that question. Again, I haven't ever written about a culture that is still alive and thriving in our world today, but if I were going to write about one of those cultures, this is what I would do. I would definitely reach out to somebody that's living in that culture and talk to them, or try to go and visit that culture myself. All right, everybody, thank you so much for watching my writing tip video today. I will be back next week with another critique partner video to teach you all about how to be the best critique partner you can be. And you can also keep your eye out for my next weekly writing vlog, which will be up on Sunday. All right, thank you so much and have a wonderful rest of your day. Catch you in my next video. Bye!